A most dangerous conspirator, a man we are ordered to keep the most strict watch over, as he is daring and resolute. Is he alone? Certainly. How long has he been there? Nearly a year. Was he placed here when he first arrived? No, not until he attempted to kill the turnkey, who took his food to him. To kill the turnkey? Yes, the very one who is lighting us. Is it not true, Antoine? Asked the governor. True enough, he wanted to kill me, returned the turnkey. He must be mad, said the inspector. He is worse than that. He is a devil, returned the turnkey. Shall I complain of him? Demanded the inspector. Oh, no, it is useless. Besides, he is almost mad now, and in another year he will be quite so. So much the better for him. He will suffer less, said the inspector. He was, as his remark shows, a man of full philanthropy, and in every way fit for his office. You are right, sir, replied the governor, and this remark proves that you have deeply considered the subject. Now we have in a dungeon about 20 feet distant, and to which you descend by another stair, an old abbé, formerly leader of a party in Italy, who has been here since 1811, and in 1813 he went mad. And the change is astonishing. He used to weep, he now laughs. He grew thin, he now grows fat. You better see him, for his madness is amusing. I will see them both, returned the inspector. I must conscientiously perform my duty. This was the inspector's first visit. He wished to display his authority. Let us visit this one first, added he. All right, let's paint out the scene if you didn't get the details already. We've got the inspector being shown around the cells and the dungeons, which are two different things. Here at the Chateau d'If, we talked about the dungeons being on a lower level and more separated from the normal cells of the prison when Dante was taken down there when he was first introduced to the Chateau d'If. They are being led by the turnkey being the guy who tried to show a little kindness or guidance to Dante when he first arrived, bringing him food. And Dante, rightly got upset and hurled the stool at him. So the turnkey is not looking favorably upon Dante, and in fact here calls him the devil. And I want to take a moment to, I think, talk about identity here. Because Dumas is starting to layer in a number of things that are pretty symbolic, I believe. So in the last couple chapters, when Villefort is talking to Morel about Dante, when he's talking to the king about Dante, or about the message that was coming through to Norte that Dante was supposed to deliver, he is attributing titles and identifiers to Dante. Calls him one of the most loyal and active Bonapartist agents responsible for the Emperor's return. Remember, he said that to Morel in the last chapter. Here, the turnkey is calling Dante a devil, and he's attributing that based on, the behavior that he has seen, a man that, like everyone else in this prison, claims he is innocent, and then has shown violence to the turnkey. But all of these things are kind of minimizing Dante's situation, and minimizing and slowly transforming his identity. They're stripping him of his power and autonomy and replacing them with different perceptions of him in the eyes of the people in this story. So I don't think it's insignificant that all of these people, these different people, are attributing different ideas of who Dante is. Dumas is slowly putting that in the back of our mind of a sort of mental imprisonment in addition to the physical imprisonment that he's in. I mean, what's that old sentiment about being labeled as crazy? Once you're labeled as crazy, it strips you of all your power because you can never claim or prove that you are not crazy. You just have a lucid moment in a series of crazy moments. I don't know, I'm going off in my own direction on that, but basically that it's a way of stripping Dante of his humanity and supplanting it with a perception of him that they feel more comfortable keeping imprisoned, rather than, confronting the reality, which is, oh shit, if this is a innocent person and we did this to them, what does that mean for all of our souls? Additionally, Dumas is continuing to layer on the commentary or the irony with the kind of ruse that the inspector is going on here, going through the motions of doing his duty. And, there's a cynicism that I think is starting to creep in here, where the governor is actually telling the inspector, as they're passing by all these prisoners in the dungeons, hey, you got to check out this one guy. He's so mad that he's amusing, which is just skin crawling, isn't it? The lack of humanity there. He's telling him, like, yeah, he used to cry and now he's laughing, and he used to be thin and now he's growing fat. Like, you got to check this guy out. You would never believe your eyes. It's a gallows humor, or not even, like, just finding just the complete lack of humanity in viewing these prisoners. But this is the second mention we get of the Abbé, which was mentioned when Dante was first imprisoned. The turnkey talked about an Abbé being the previous resident of the cell that Dante was introduced to. I'm assuming it's the same one, but we can only continue here to find out if it is. So I guess tune in tomorrow as we continue with Chapter 14 on the Count of Monte Cristo. Until then, okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.